Hello and welcome guys. So market is showing very nice move today. As you can see, we are sitting at 15,526. So overall nice situation. We're doing well. So yes, we are at 15,526. So we have reached the target of 15,500, which is of course very good for us. Now this was the pattern we were talking about before, and finally we are seeing a breakout towards the upside. This is an ascending bullish triangle and we are breaking towards the upside. The one thing I noticed now is look at all of this gap that has started to form over here. So a lot of gaps over here, quite the chance market might just come back, try to close all this gap 15,000, 15,100, and then try to continue upwards. That is possible, but for now, yes, bullish move, bullish breakout towards the upside. 15,700 is another target. Of course, we are looking towards that. Hopefully we hit that target. But overall, yes, very nice move, and we are very lucky that we were long all this region around 11,000. So good move for us. Now let's check Apple also, because we are seeing some nice move on Apple. So price is trying to pump here for the moment. Like I mentioned last time, that maybe we will go and touch this point and then try to break down from here, but overall respecting this trend line very nicely. 190.62 current price. Recently we saw the all-time high at 194.6. So yes, market is doing very well. We'll take a look at more stuff. Tesla. Okay, let's go Tesla. So again we can see big divergence here. Look at this higher high and the RSI at the bottom. You can see this is going down. So we are getting this bearish divergence right now. And another thing is, look at this, is trying to form this bearish divergence. There was a gap here, market tried to close this gap, and now maybe little bit correction is possible. 250 to 260 dollars is one of the key range for Tesla, and we have mentioned this before. One of the reason is, look towards the right side, look over here, look at this peak in volume. This is actually quite important. So market might try to come back down, grab this liquidity, and then continue upwards. And I had mentioned that all of this action will happen near the time. Look at this, earnings is expected on 20th July. So yes, next week is 20th July. So yeah, overall doing well for us. Again, lucky enough to be long on Tesla in this range, in this range over here around 140, 150. So quite the move towards the upside. Paul Finch or the Kingpin made very clear analysis. Thank you, Paul. Nice to see you here. Some people were looking for you today in the group, but I am sure you're having a nice time with your drink. So enjoy. Overall, yes, market is doing very well for us. So now again, yeah, a little bit retest is possible. As you know, nothing can go up in a straight line. There has to be some retest. So we have to see if that will happen or not. But for now, overall, yes, doing well. Actually, let's quickly try to see fib levels, if we are able to spot something from the recent highs to the recent lows. So 257 dollars is the 0.5 level. So we are actually stuck in the gold zone right now. 257 till 294 dollars. This is the gold zone for Tesla. So hopefully we continue upwards, looking for that ultimate target of $300. If not, going back 257 like I mentioned, and again another fib level sitting at $220. And last time I talked about $220, I have marked this here in green also. Reason being, because we were able to accumulate in this region, so I'm not too keen on going long over here. I would rather wait for 220 and then try to go back up. So this is the situation on the tech stocks. Now we have to take a quick look at DXY, because it's a very big day for the dollar index. Reason being, $100 has been broken after quite a long time. So if we look over here, April 2022, so more than 1 year has passed, and finally trying to break that $100 psychological level. So this is something interesting that is happening on the dollar index. Let's check the daily chart also, maybe we can spot something. So yeah, we can see some action is available in this range, $100, $101, again some over here. This one even more interesting. So $100 a key psychological level. And the other thing we can spot right now is RSI sitting at 25 on the daily. So you can see a lot of action. Look at this over here. We saw a short-term pump, again short-term pump over here. Look at this pump on the dollar index. So quite possible that there might be a reversal, at least in the short term, towards 101, and then maybe later 102.5 on the dollar index. So this is something to be careful about. But generally, as you know, the lower the dollar index goes, the higher Nasdaq S&P 500 will go. So yes, good for us, but have to be careful. As you know, 26th July. Let me check. Is it 26th July? Yeah, 26th July will be the interest rate decision. If by any chance they decide to increase the interest rates, then yes, we are going to have a big spike up again in the dollar index. And talking about the dollar index, we have to take a look at gold also, because once again, look at this. Long time back had marked this level of 1900 and currently seeing a nice bounce from here. Let me zoom in. Let's put the 4 hour actually. So we were stuck in this channel and we are trying to break out now, trying to consolidate here. Once again, you can see there is a peak in volume sitting over here, and this is around $1955. So market has tried to hit this level and try to grab liquidity here. A lot of shorts being liquidated. So let's see if we come back down, have a small retest, maybe 1935, 1940. That is possible or not. Let's see. And similarly, oil showing very nice move. 72 $73 was the short term resistance, and we have taken that out. Next important level is sitting at $77 roughly, which is the volume peak over here. Next important level will be around $82 for oil. Now today is actually a big day for crypto, so let's just go quickly over here. This is the total market cap, currently sitting at 1.2 trillion. So big day for the crypto market, especially with the XRP news coming out today. Huge pump, especially in the altcoins. Look at this pump in Ethereum. Now this is something interesting happening over here. Let me show you. Yes sir, so this is Ethereum. What is happening is, look at this. What is this? This is an inverse head and shoulder forming on Ethereum. 1950 and 2000 was the level, two target levels. Let me zoom in a bit more. This was the area 1860 1870 where the long was mentioned, and finally both targets reached today, 1950 and $2000. So both of them done today. Same with Bitcoin. Let me just zoom out to the 4 hour, because look at this. Market is mainly stuck in this range 29,700 till 31,200, 300, and a small wedge was starting to form, pump towards the upside, which was a breakout, came back down, retest, again retest, and now we are seeing the pump again. So testing this point here. Let's quickly jump over to the dominance, because this is also important. Look at this crazy drop in dominance. As soon as the XRP news came out, then yes, the dominance went down, because XRP being called not a security is a big deal for altcoins. A lot of people had doubts about other altcoins that they might be called as a security and they might get into trouble with the SEC, but that is getting solved. Let's quickly zoom out. So you can see there's actually no volume in this range, so quite possible we might still go down, hit 49.7 roughly over here, and then 49.2. So this is sort of the action that is possible. But one thing to note over here is that the RSI on the 4 hour has gone to 13, so that is quite low. So something similar to this can happen, which means some consolidation over here and then another drop. So this is something we have to be careful about. Let's check the VIX also, because a lot of people were hoping for the VIX, to have a pump over here, but long time back, I can't even remember when was it, maybe 2-3 months back, I was talking about this range, $10-13. This range will come into play, and hopefully finally we are in this range, so that is good. But again, these are some things we have to be careful about. Another important indicator for market correction is this number of stocks that are above the 50 moving average, and we have passed 76%. Generally this has been the zone from where we start seeing correction, so this is the time to be careful. Market might just consolidate around 15,000, 15,500 till the time we reach the interest rate decision, and then market might try to take another direction at that point. So these are some of the key factors that you have to be aware of if you are in the markets today. Let's talk about NIO also, because very nice performance recently. Let me quickly go into the 4-hour chart. So wedge pattern was there again, nice breakout, and then going up and hitting the $11 mark that was mentioned in the last video. So now let's see how well we continue this pattern. So now we are trying to form this channel. We are at the top part. Maybe we'll go back down 10, 9.75, something of the sort, and then try to bounce from here, hopefully towards $12-13. So this was one of the risky stocks that I had mentioned, you might want to accumulate. The other one was Virgin Galactic. So we are around the $4 mark. Again, this is not a bad price. Some risky funds can be put into this. Look at this bounce from the 3.25 level. So yes, 3.5, 3.75, this is sort of the range you can look into putting your risky money only. So please remember, this is extremely risky stock, so you have to only put your risky portfolio, don't put everything into this. The other one was Beyond Meat, and we have seen an amazing pump. Look at this huge pump on Beyond Meat. From $10 we are at 17, so 70% pump on Beyond Meat. So amazing performance. 25th May was how much? $11 roughly. Let me zoom in and see Beyond Meat. 25th May was the time. I think I talked about this, 10.75. Today 17, so around 60-50% pump has happened on Beyond Meat. Now let's see what is actually happening. Maybe we try to see what is happening. So something of the sort is happening. We are reaching this moving average on Beyond Meat, but once again is even after this pump, we're still in this region. Somewhere around here is the buying price, $11, so still quite up. So it's fine, we can still hold this. Of course, my ultimate target for Beyond Meat is, I would like to see somewhere in the 30s is where I want to see this. Once it goes in that range, or even $20-25, that is the point from where I will take out my initial capital and just leave the profit in the market. So yes, good performance by Beyond Meat recently. Let me check one more thing, what is happening. So RSI is sitting at 79 right now, and yes, we can see multiple times whenever we hit 79, or basically overbought region, there is a correction. So we should be expecting some correction, maybe back to $12, $13, something of the sort, where the moving averages are also. Let me zoom in because that will make it easier to see. Yes, exactly this range here. Look at this. In the short term, you can see the peak in volume sitting at $13. So quite possible we come back down maybe $13 and then try to continue upwards, try to grab some liquidity here. If fail over here, then we are heading back towards $11, $10, and once again can accumulate some over here. So overall it's going well for us, especially with this pennant pattern that was mentioned. And today in the morning I mentioned in the group 15,500 was the target in the Telegram group, and the target got hit today. Next one, 15,670, 15,700 is the next one on Nasdaq. So that reminds me, if you want, you can join the Telegram group. It's absolutely free. Just go into the description, you will find the link there, and you can use that link to join the group. And it's a free discussion group, anyone can post their analysis, anyone can post questions, so that is the format of the group. But now one thing is, first we were having this bearish divergence, finally we are having a nice breakout towards the upside. Look at this. But like I mentioned that just when I started the live, I saw this actually, that some gap has started to form here. So this could mean that there might be a retest of either 15300, which is the first gap, or can be a retest of 15100, 150, which might close this gap over here on the Nasdaq, and then we might continue back upwards. So something of this sort is possible on Nasdaq. Actually, let's quickly take a look on the weekly also, because this is important, because this week is looking quite bullish. So yeah, this is the continuation of the bearish divergence on the weekly chart, and this was also mentioned in my last video. Look at this. So quite high the RSI, some correction might happen. Major targets for correction would be sitting at around 14600, 14400 range, and then next one is around 13700 area. These are some of the key levels that might get tested, especially given that interest rate decision is on the 26th of July, so have to be careful of this. Let's check Dow Jones also, has been quite some time. Let's go to the daily on Dow Jones. So this was one of the ranges that was identified before, 33,000 and 34,000, and you can see we got a nice bounce from here towards the target. But again, trying to consolidate here. Look at this, price is almost flat here, but RSI has started to go down. Yeah, so some bearish divergence has started to form, and we can see at least in the short term this range here might get into play, 33,600, and then of course 33,000. But yeah, this is what is happening. Now let's quickly check the S&P 500, because very similar thing was happening. We are seeing a breakout, or maybe even a continuation of this pattern. Let's see if this is true or not. Copy paste. Yeah, so something of this sort is happening. We are at the top part of this channel now for S&P 500. Maybe a retest of 4400, 4425 is possible in the short term, because the RSIs have now started to reach overbought region, and they have been there for quite some time. So some sort of a correction is possible, so have to be mindful of this. Of course, this, even a correction towards 4300 or 4150 doesn't mean that the market has become bearish. It's just technical correction that is happening. So these sort of things are okay, but we just have to prepare ourselves for this. Let's quickly check the weekly for S&P also, because it's been quite some time now. So on the weekly, I had 4300 level as one of the important ones, then I have 4150, and then 4050. And let's check the fib levels, what they're telling us. So yeah, on the fib levels we are past the gold zone, which is sitting over here, 4318 and then 4161. This range here is the gold zone, so quite possible might get tested after getting rejected from 4500. Even 4000 level is possible, which is the 0.382 level. So this is the overall situation for the market. Overall doing well. Once again, big highlight of the day is the crypto market. Very nice pump in crypto today. Given the news related to XRP and ETFs and all those things, we are seeing nice moves and nice pump in the market. Look at Ethereum touching $2,000 after quite some time, last time 2 months back. So nice move here. Hopefully continue upwards towards 2100. So do let us know what do you think about all of this. And like I mentioned before, we have got a free Telegram group. If you want, you can join from the description. And just a reminder, like every time, trading is a risky business. If you are into this, please use proper risk management, and hopefully I will see you all next time. Until then,